Hello boys and girls, I hope you're all doing well. Today I wanted to think about some of the vegetables that Oliver had growing in his garden or in his granddad's garden. And some of those vegetables might be vegetables that you have at home. Now I was cooking the other day and I was using this. Does anybody know what this is? That's right, it's a carrot. And at the very top of the carrot, this is the bit I'm interested in, because this little part of the carrot, when it's growing, the carrot grows under the soil and you get leafy bits that come out at the top that grow above the soil. And when you're ready, when it's finished growing, you can pull it out of the ground and you have your carrot and you can peel it and cook it and eat it however you want. So when I was cooking with my carrot the other day, I thought, wouldn't it be a shame if we just threw all the bits that we don't eat into the bin when we could actually just grow them? So over here, I saved the top of my carrot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a saucer like this. And I'm going to put a little bit of water on the saucer and I'm going to see if it'll start growing. I'm going to leave it on my windowsill so it gets not lots of sunlight because things need light to grow. So I'm going to make sure it's on the windowsill. I'm going to put some water in here and see what happens. I have a feeling that this is going to start growing and it's going to start getting leaves. And then when it grows enough, you can put it into your garden and bury it or plant it in the soil. I don't have a garden here, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm just going to have a look and see if some leaves grow out of the top. I have a few of these. This one is a slightly different one. This is off a vegetable called a parsnip. And I ate the parsnip, so I can't show you the rest of the parsnip, but I did save this bit. The parsnip looks a bit like a carrot, but a slightly different colour and a very different flavour. So I'm going to put my carrot tops and my parsnip top onto my saucer, put a little bit of water in, and I'm going to put it down on my windowsill. And hopefully we'll see it growing in a few days. One of my other favourite vegetables, or I think it might actually be a fruit, is this one. Does anybody have any ideas what this one might be? It has rough, bumpy skin. You don't eat the skin. Normally people chop it in half, and on the inside it has a lovely, creamy, green flesh, and it tastes absolutely delicious. It's one of my favourite things to eat. This is called an avocado. You might have heard about avocados in some of the stories that we've read. So, if I was to chop my avocado in half, that's what would be inside. But also inside the avocado are these things. And these are called avocado stones. And they're a bit like seeds. Well, they are seeds, really. So, I'm thinking that things need water to grow. And I haven't done this before. It's a bit of an experiment. But I found a nice big glass and filled it with water, and I'm going to put my avocado stones inside the water and I'm going to see what happens. It might take quite a long time for anything to happen, but if we leave them in there for long enough, do you think they might start growing? Well, have a look. Might be a while before it happens. So I'm going to put that on the windowsill as well. If you have any of these things at home, you could have a go at growing them. And the other day, I looked right in the back of my cupboard and I found a potato. Something extraordinary had happened to my potato. Shall I show you what it looks like? Can you see what's happened to the potato? It's got these bits here that have started to grow. It's been in my cupboard for an awful long time. I should check the back of my cupboards a little bit more regularly. So this is how potatoes grow. They grow under the ground as well, under the soil. And I still use my potatoes even if they have these bits on, because you can just chop them off. So I chopped off this bit here, and I know that if I plant this under the soil, these bits will start to grow, and if I leave it for long enough, it will grow into a potato plant. And if you leave that for long enough, eventually lots and lots of potatoes will grow under the ground, just like this one, and you'll be able to harvest them and you'll be able to eat them and make lots of things, lots of yummy things like mashed potato or chips or jacket potatoes, all of those things that you might be able to make when you've grown your potatoes. Now, I don't have a garden, which is a shame, so I'm not going to be able to plant this in the garden. But if you do have somewhere that you can plant things, maybe you could find somewhere to plant these bits of the potatoes. You have to let them grow a bit first, because if you just put the potato into the ground, it doesn't have as much of a chance of growing. So if you can, have a go. And if you have any other vegetables that you find seeds inside of, maybe you can ask your grown-ups to help you, and you can have a go at growing those too. I'd love to see anything that you do manage to grow in your gardens or in your kitchens. It'd be lovely to see. Okay, that's all for now, boys and girls. Bye.